What's new with ChatGPT 5.4? Artificial intelligence tools tend to improve in small but important steps. Every new version promises something better. More accurate answers. Better reasoning. Faster responses. And sometimes entirely new abilities that were not possible before. ChatGPT has followed that same pattern. Each update adds improvements that make the system more capable and more useful in everyday situations. Version 5.4 is another step in that ongoing process. It does not completely reinvent the system, but it introduces several meaningful upgrades that improve how the model understands questions, generates responses, and interacts with tools. So today we are going to walk through what is new in ChatGPT 5.4 and how those changes affect the way people use AI assistants. Chapter 1: Better Reasoning and Problem Solving. One of the most important improvements in ChatGPT 5.4 is stronger reasoning ability. Earlier versions were already capable of explaining ideas and answering questions. But they sometimes struggled with tasks that required several logical steps. The new version performs better when analyzing problems that require careful reasoning. For example, it can handle more complex programming questions. It can follow multi-step instructions more reliably. And it is generally better at breaking complicated topics into clear explanations. This improvement comes from advances in training methods and model architecture that help the system track logical relationships more effectively. Chapter 2: Improved Context Awareness. Another improvement involves how the model handles longer conversations. In earlier versions, long discussions could sometimes lead to confusion if too much information accumulated in the conversation history. ChatGPT 5.4 has improved context management. It does a better job of remembering the key points of the conversation and maintaining consistency across multiple responses. This means users can ask follow-up questions, refine earlier requests, or expand a topic without repeating as much information. For tasks like brainstorming ideas or developing a project over several prompts, this improvement makes conversations feel more natural. Chapter 3: Faster and more efficient responses. Speed is another area where newer versions have improved. Large language models require significant computing power to generate responses. ChatGPT 5.4 introduces optimizations that allow the system to respond more quickly while maintaining accuracy. This makes the interaction feel smoother, especially for tasks that involve multiple back-and-forth prompts. The goal is not just intelligence but responsiveness. A helpful assistant is far more useful when it responds quickly. Chapter 4: Improved Coding Assistance. Programming support has also improved in ChatGPT 5.4. The model is better at analyzing code snippets, identifying errors, and suggesting corrections. It can also help explain how existing code works, which can be useful for developers learning new frameworks or languages. These improvements make the system more useful as a development assistant. While it does not replace experienced programmers, it can help speed up debugging, documentation, and early-stage problem-solving. Chapter 5: More reliable information generation. Accuracy has been a major focus in newer versions of the model. Earlier AI systems sometimes produced answers that sounded convincing but contained factual errors. ChatGPT 5.4 includes training improvements designed to reduce this problem. The system is better at identifying uncertain information and providing clearer explanations. It is still important to verify important details, especially in technical or professional contexts. But overall reliability has improved compared to earlier versions. Chapter 6: Better Handling of Complex Prompts. Another upgrade involves how the system interprets complex instructions. Users often ask the model to complete tasks with multiple requirements. For example, writing a structured article, summarizing a document, or generating content with specific formatting rules. ChatGPT 5.4 is better at following these instructions without losing track of the details. This makes it easier to use the system for longer or more structured tasks. Chapter 7: Expanded Tool Integration. Modern AI assistants increasingly interact with other software tools. ChatGPT 5.4 continues this trend by improving integration with external tools and services. This allows the system to perform tasks that go beyond generating text alone. For example, it may assist with analyzing data, interacting with software environments, or retrieving information from connected systems. These integrations make AI assistants more practical for real-world workflows. Chapter 8: More natural conversations. Another subtle improvement involves conversational flow. The system is better at adapting tone and phrasing depending on the context of the conversation. Responses tend to feel slightly more natural and easier to read. This does not mean the system has emotions or personality in the human sense. But it has become better at generating language that resembles typical human conversation patterns. That makes the interaction feel smoother and more intuitive. Chapter 9: What these improvements mean for users. Taken together, these upgrades make ChatGPT 5.4 a more capable and flexible AI assistant. It can reason through problems more effectively, maintain context across longer discussions, respond faster, and follow complex instructions more reliably. These improvements may seem incremental on their own, but combined they make the system significantly more useful for tasks such as research, writing, coding, and learning new topics. As AI technology continues evolving, these types of steady improvements gradually expand what the tools can accomplish. To wrap up, ChatGPT 5.4 introduces several improvements designed to make the system more reliable and easier to use. It includes stronger reasoning ability, better context awareness, faster responses, and improved coding assistance. The model also handles complex prompts more effectively and integrates more smoothly with external tools. While the overall concept of the system remains the same, these upgrades improve the experience of interacting with AI assistants. AI technology tends to evolve through steady refinement rather than dramatic leaps every time. Each new version improves the system's ability to understand questions, generate responses, and assist with real-world tasks. ChatGPT 5.4 continues that pattern by making the model more capable while keeping the interaction simple and accessible. And for users, that combination of power and simplicity is what makes AI assistants increasingly useful tools. This has been a mini Leviathan production. If you enjoyed it, check out our other videos. Comment below what other topics you would like us to cover. See you in the next one.